So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be doing another compilation video of some very hot topics. So on the docket tonight, we have Nicki Minaj essentially forgiving the City Girls and stating this during a virtual interview with The Morning Hustle, Rihanna announcing that she is pregnant with her first child with the rapper A$AP Rocky, and an update on the Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy lawsuit. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So first up on the docket, we have the joyous announcement that Rihanna is expecting her first child with her boyfriend A$AP Rocky. Now, there had already been speculation a few months ago when Rihanna was at the Met Gala, and honestly, I thought it was a rumor, but for it to finally be confirmed, I guess some of y'all can say, I told you so. Rihanna is a 33-year-old billionaire, and we've seen her date different types of men. Obviously, she's been with Chris Brown at the beginning of her career. She had an on and off again relationship with Drake. She dated the Arab billionaire Hassan Jamil, and then she ultimately got with A$AP Rocky. I think Rihanna is happy, honestly. Like, she's really glowing. The pregnancy reveal pictures weren't necessarily my cup of tea, but you can tell that she was eager to finally become a mom. I mean, she has everything: a successful cosmetic line, fashion line, lingerie line, a legendary music career, and even through all of those riches, I know a lot of women ultimately want to experience motherhood. Although Rihanna was met with an abundance of positivity and praise, I did see some people make comments about her not being married and essentially being a baby mama, and her being the breadwinner between her and A$AP Rocky. And y'all know me, I had a little bit of those same thoughts. And not to say that A$AP Rocky doesn't have money, he clearly does, but I do think it's fair to point this out. People did the same thing to Nicki Minaj, and yes, her husband's background and legal history is what it is, but let's be real. We've never heard of Nicki Minaj's husband cheating. There's never been any scandals between her and her husband, and we haven't seen any abuse of some sort as it relates to their marriage. Nicki is probably happiest with her husband than a nut-ass Safari Samuels and a Meek Mill. I feel like for women, it is fair and just to promote hypergamy. I will always say to date up because duh, but I really feel like celebrities just don't follow the same rules as us regular people, and that's pretty much the caveat in this situation. We have had so many examples of women who have had a child by or married a man who wasn't as up as them, such as Mary J. Blige and even Britney Spears, but those are like the unfortunate outcome examples. I kind of feel like no matter the money, the clout, fame, whatever, when you're talking about famous people and real deal celebrities, nothing is foolproof. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are pretty discreet about their relationship, and because of that, I feel like they do have a genuine relationship, especially because they've been knowing each other for so long. Would it have been socially ideal for Rihanna to get married and then have this baby? Yes, and I would obviously want that for her. But again, I think certain rules don't apply for celebrities, and regardless of the outcome of the relationship, that baby is not only going to be gorgeous and rich, but ultimately blessed with two parents who are very well liked by the public, and they both like each other. We don't ever hear them in scandal, and their relationship looks super genuine, full of love, and most importantly, happy. Like, we don't get the ghetto, ratchet stuff that usually happens, okay? They're definitely not giving ratchet and ghetto. I don't know, I just feel like Rihanna is truly happy with him, and they will both be first-time parents, and that's definitely a big blessing. There's no other, baby mamas involved, different people. This is between these two individuals. She has had a range of nonsense when it comes to dating. Drake literally kept playing with her, and now Drake is sitting there looking like a sad dog. Like, I thought it was funny. Like, how are you gonna unfollow sis because she popped out pregnant with a man that we all know that she's been dating? Like, it really be these nakers, and these nakers really be the nuttiest. But to finally see Rihanna get her happily ever after is really, really nice. Now, our second story is about Travis Scott and his lawsuit dealing with the tragedy at Astroworld last year in 2021. So just a reminder, Travis Scott was hosting his annual Astroworld concert festival in Houston, Texas. There were several concert goers who lost their life due to improper spacing, lack of security, raging fans, and just the commotion and catastrophe of a public event where people were unregulated and literally going dumb. Because people lost their lives, Travis Scott was ultimately held responsible in the court of public opinion, and in this case, the court of the law as well, for everything that transpired. So according to the Shade Room, Travis Scott denies legal liability for the Astroworld fatal incident and asks lawsuits to be dismissed. In response to that, the Texas Judicial Panel granted motion to combine hundreds of individual lawsuits into one. It's been nearly 3 months since the deadly crowd surge that occurred at the Astroworld Festival in Houston, Texas, that left 10 dead and thousands injured. Hundreds of lawsuits have been filed against Live Nation and Travis Scott over the deadly music festival. New reports show that instead of nearly 400 individual lawsuits, a Texas court panel has formally approved the lawsuit to be rolled into one. According to Billboard, on January 26, Texas Judicial Panel on Multi-District Litigation granted a joint motion from both victims and organizers to combine the lawsuit before a single judge for all pre-trial proceedings. The new case will include at least 300 187 separate lawsuits representing nearly 2,800 alleged victims. The suit claims Live Nation, Travis Scott, and other organizers were nearly negligent in planning and conducting Astroworld. Now, I will say this. I made a video about this when it first took place, and I think Travis Scott should be held liable to an extent. But I also feel like some of the blame has to go to the people who put the concert together, as well as certain concert goers. The artist who was set to perform cannot be the only person at fault for the actions of strangers and people who pay to see said artist. I do think that once the show began to get overtly rowdy, Travis Scott should have stopped the show, and from the footage that we saw, he was very neglectful and seemed to be oblivious to what was going on, or at least he acted like he didn't know. And I think a little bit of his arrogance and crazy antics led to a very irresponsible outcome in the end, and it's really sad that people lost their lives, but Travis really lost his career behind this mess. And I really like Travis Scott's music. I think he's innovative in his sound and his appeal, so it's like, dang, man, like, I don't want to see you suffer, but you have to step up and handle this business. The fact that the case is now one big behind lawsuit is very intriguing because I'm sure other people will add to it as time progresses, so I'm very interested to know how this will all pan out. Now, our final story is about big-time rapper Nicki Minaj essentially forgiving the rap duo, the City Girls, for some comments that they made about her in the past. It seems like both parties are reconciling some amicable feelings amongst these female rappers and moving on from a rocky history. So Nicki Minaj appeared on The Morning Hustle, which is a radio show, and she did an interview with the host, and they asked her about potentially working with the City Girls. This comes after her announcement that she's working with rapper Lil Baby for their new song, Do We Have a Problem, which is dropping tomorrow, February 4th. I actually really can't wait for this because Nicki Minaj is my favorite rapper, like duh, and Lil Baby is definitely one of my top favorite rappers as well. Lately, we've been getting a lot of collaborative projects from rappers, and it actually really makes me want to do reaction videos on my channel. I don't know how, but just let me know if y'all would like that because I'm really down to do it. So as y'all may know, Lil Baby and the City Girls are on the same music label called Quality Control, and when asked about Nicki Minaj potentially doing a collaboration with the City Girls, she said the following.
But okay, so I do see now, all right, you got these records, or the one record with Lil Baby, so you have the link with Quality Control now. You shouted out P the other day. There is a group that they have over there that keeps mentioning your name because they want to do a song with you. Would you do a record with the City Girls? Next question.
Either that pause mean it's already done or like loaded.
Well, I don't know. What I will say is that a few years ago, I saw a video of them, and I asked someone on their team at that time. I asked someone about them. Like, oh my God, I heard da-da-da-da, and I saw this video, and that's cute. Dad, like, I was thinking about jumping on a record, one of their records that was out at that time. And then social media happened. You know what I'm saying? Social media happened with when, you know, people will say things about someone, like an artist, whether they tweet it or say it, or whether they get pulled, whether it gets pulled out of them in an interview or something like that. And the thing is, whenever you post something on the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah.
Whenever you say something in an interview, it's there forever. So, as a human being, an artist is a human being first. So, if I, as just a regular human, was about to do something with you, if I was about to go out to dinner with you tonight, and then I get something that says, yo, she don't really fuck with you like that. She was saying this, and she don't really like you, and she said she hopes you actually, you know, never pop or never flourish and da-da-da. I'm not gonna go out to dinner with you anymore because now I know that I like you, but you don't really like me. So, you know, I'm just, you know, that's just a human way to feel. If you hear somebody was saying things about you, not just one thing, but repeated things, repeated tweets for years, not just one thing. So
it's hard to let that go.
No, it's let go.
Yeah,
it's let go, but it's about why would I work with somebody that doesn't like me?
Right.
No, that's ultra fair.
So I thought this was really interesting, and I'm all for female rap artists collaborating and honestly getting on records together. Now more than ever, it's popping to be a female rapper. In my previous video about Meg Thee Stallion and Martina Marie, I really talked about why I felt that female rappers should get along or at least coexist in business. I think that there's more than enough money for all of them to eat, and I definitely think that we could do better collaborating instead of having all of these different types of beef. So it was crazy when a lot of the internet took that clip and ran with it and said that Nicki Minaj would never work with the City Girls. I saw y'all bloggers on here, like, slow down. Like, y'all don't have to be so fast to report the tea, because y'all was dead wrong. Just for Nicki Minaj to follow up and tweet that she just had a great conversation with JT and Young Miami and said, let's move on and make new memories, y'all. And I thought this was very mature and exactly what the mother of female rap should do, because she's so important and a staple in female rap history. I do agree with her for keeping the same energy all this time after hearing the City Girls talk bad about her multiple times. I mean, she was apprehensive to do a song with them because they were really talking bad about her, so it makes sense because they said they didn't like her. When Nicki Minaj mentioned that they talked about her on an interview, I think she was talking about how Young Miami said that the City Girls are Team Cardi and that they F with Cardi because Cardi actually showed them love. And she said this a few years back when she was on the Breakfast Club radio show. I'm gonna be real. I don't know why there's this narrative that Nicki Minaj wouldn't work with upcoming female rappers. She's proven so many times that she will and that she does. Like, she's literally the best and has already won, so why would she not want to? It doesn't hurt her in any way, so I really feel like that narrative is false. And another side note, I really want Nicki Minaj and Latto to do a song. I think Latto is so underrated. Even though she's mainstream, I still feel like she's underrated. Like, I think she's so good. But hey, that's just wishful thinking. But I think this is a very important message to kind of watch what you say when you're in that industry and when you're already up, because you can say what you want, but you can't offend the people that you wish to work with. It's one thing to talk your talk and not care to ever cross paths with an individual, but when you know said individual may benefit you, you gotta shut up and put a muzzle on sometimes. I really like the City Girls as a duo. I don't necessarily like all of their songs, but I am Team City Girls. I really enjoyed their YouTube series when they posted their documentary. It made me really like them, so please, y'all, make a part 2. I definitely don't always agree with their antics, but they are entertaining, and I think a record with them and Nicki Minaj would actually go crazy. And maybe Latto, okay? Add Latto in there too. I'm very here for that. I think this brief dialogue really set a positive sound for female rap. And if the girls can get along and just make money and make music, that's all we need to keep the genre alive and keep the fans happy. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below in the comment section. While we're on the topic about female rap, you guys do not forget to stream my new song Ballin'. I will leave the link down below on where to watch it and where to stream it. Let's get Ballin' on the charts, because you know I want to come out with some more stuff for y'all. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Got $1 in your pocket and some chapstick. High on the ranks, but you know I stay soberly. These bitches shook scary last day of October. Last nigga thought I was kidding, but it's no cap. He wishing it was Thursday, cause now he wanna throw back. And if you want smoke, where your dope at? And if you think you're running me too, give me 4 laps. Price going up, pay up, this ain't roll back. They call me Queen Chioma, trigger bud, baby boy, you know that. Queen Chioma, and the C stands for cash out. WWE, I'm a big show, smackdown. Don't tell me zip, he can't handle a half pound. A big lips, nice hips, body looking hash brown. Ha, 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 ha. The best girls come from Nigeria. Y'all are not fitting the criteria. Black queens gon' hell, superior. And now I'm ballin', they phony, I'm not calling. I'm super grown, not robbing. They in my mouth, I'm flossing. I take you out like garbage, kill shit, bring a coffin. I ain't with that nonsense, I'm broken and I'm pop. Not the Wayne, but I'm rockin'. They dream me, so I'm locked. They never catch me lacking, taking over hacking. He hooked, I'm the captain, my pockets some bombastic. Y'all bitches got $1 in your pocket and some chapstick. Chioma.
Yes, I told y'all, Queen Chioma's coming with straight bars. I mean, it's about time that the girls start rapping for